Hi, this is John Molinaro, senior soccer reporter for Sportsnet here at BMO Field. Toronto FC losing 4-3 to the Vancouver Whitecaps here on Saturday night. A pathetic game, a pathetic display is what Coach Greg Vanney described it, bemoaning the team's lack of concentration, defensive miscues, sloppy touches, heavy touches. Just did not have many good things to say about it. Neither did Captain Michael Bradley in the post-match locker room media scrums. I asked him directly what, if anything, what positives he took away from this performance. He just shook his head. I asked him follow-up saying, nothing? You didn't like anything about the game? And again, he just shook his head. Then went on to say that it was simply not good enough and reiterated a lot of what Coach Greg Vanney said. Hard to argue with them. It was, easily TFC's worst performance of the season, as evidenced by the 4 goals they conceded. And they were cheap goals and easy goals. They were easily broken down off of silly mistakes. The opener, Damien Perquis's, absolute gift of a pass that set up Kakuta Mane on a clear breakaway was, just absolutely atrocious. And there were other mistakes, too numerous to point out, but it was not a stellar night for the defense. Full credit to Vancouver, though, for using their speed, especially through Mane and Eric Hurtado, for unnerving that Toronto FC defense. But this was not a quality performance for the Reds. They were badly exposed in this. One note, Josie Altidore won a penalty in the 38th minute and attempted to take it, but in the build-up, in the run-up to the penalty, he appeared to pull his hamstring and had to come out of the game. That's the last thing that he needs, because he's come into criticism from fans and some reporters this week about his lack of goal production. By the way, he was saved on the penalty. David Ouston made a really good save, so I think combining that with the fact that he's now re-aggravated the same hamstring injury is just going to lead to more consternation among some reporters and fans. So I really fear for him in his future about how he's going to be trolled in the next coming days. The good news for Toronto is that they can quickly put this behind them and go and get back at it when they host a New York City FC on Wednesday, and then Columbus again on Saturday. So they have an opportunity to right this ship. But as Michael Bradley quite rightly said, we can't afford to we're not good enough to take our foot off the gas. And if we think that this is good enough, then we're sadly mistaken. So some harsh but I think very fair criticisms by Toronto FC's captain on the night. For Sportsnet.ca at BMO Field, I'm John Molinaro.